Okay, guys, welcome to a brand new episode of WrestleSlam, the podcast brought to you by the Macau Casino, Cork City, and in association with SportsMatters TV. And yes, guys, it is OTT week. It is the 10th anniversary. It will be happening this weekend. And we're going to talk all things OTT, RCW, and a bit more. And we're joined by the one and only Derek via Irish Wrestle Talk, and of course, Phil Conley. And yet again, we're going to give our predictions, we're going to extend our joy ahead of this massive weekend. And, we become kids this weekend. That's the best way to put it, where we're grown men, but on Saturday, we'll be like kids. That's the best way to put it. But it's an honor having Derek back with us as well. And he's absolutely flying as always with Irish Wrestle Talk. He had Mr. Charlie on with him. And that is something, guys, you need to check out. But Derek, you've been extremely busy, my man. Tell us, the last couple of months, it's been non-stop and you're enjoying it and there's great content coming out.
Yeah, keeping busy. I've been doing what I'm doing for about 6 months now, and I've enjoyed it immensely. And the reason for starting in the first place was just to kind of connect with other wrestling fans and, get into it a bit more. And I've thoroughly enjoyed it, I have to say. It's been fantastic going around to all the various promotions here in Ireland, and the emotion, the energy, the reactions of everybody is just fantastic.
And it becomes an obsession, because I think, when you see that click in the Irish wrestling community and, you get to see the wrestlers, on a weekly, monthly basis, it becomes a really beautiful thing, doesn't it? And it's so well connected.
It's unbelievable, yeah. And I went down a rabbit hole there at the weekend watching some CCW stuff, some classic CCW, and even like there's a lot of stuff I haven't even discovered yet that I'm finding, and it's phenomenal. That I didn't even know it existed. It's terrible to say that, but I was just blinded by the American stuff the whole time.
Well, I will say one thing about CCW. I think Phil will agree. It's very underrated. Maybe wasn't appreciated the way it should have been. But when you look back at CCW, Joe Hendry wrestled for CCW. There was so many names throughout the years, as Phil knows as well. Obviously, they brought Scott Hall to Cork on a special kind of an evening with Scott Hall. But it is mad who's crossed the waters to wrestle in these small organizations across Ireland.
Sabu, Will Ospreay.
Incredible.
Yeah, Ospreay, Tyler Bate, he was NXT UK champion at the time, I believe.
Doug Williams.
It's surreal, isn't it? But it's a massive week. It's a massive week, guys. We're gonna go straight into it. Over the Top Wrestling, the 10th anniversary makes me feel really old that it's the 10th anniversary. But Phil, I'm going to go to you first, my man. It's the 10th anniversary. We've been, lucky enough to be in attendance, for pretty much all of them. And what a card we have ahead of us. But let's talk about the excitement of getting up on a Saturday morning, knowing you have a trip to Dublin. And the routine, we always stop on the way up and get our food. We stop on the way back and get our food. But listen, these shows are spectacular and it's going to be absolutely rammed. So what are you looking forward to most, my man? And how's the excitement ahead of this big week?
This is quite possibly the best stacked cards from top to bottom, especially because they just announced, which I kind of had a feeling they would, Session Martina and Raven, which we all are really, really looking forward to, and it should be really exciting. I think that we could be in with a new women's champion in this one. Probably the most exciting match that I'm looking forward to is probably Sammy D and J. With the history and just this is going to be probably a war, and they're probably going to end up being blood spilled and action and hardcore and brawling and all sorts of shenanigans, but we love it. And I'm looking what, it's just getting back up. I think it's been a while. I think because we've all been so busy with everything else. I can't believe it's been a year since the Moxley stuff.
Has that been a year?
Yeah. My brother said to me the other day, he was like, "That's a year already."
It doesn't feel like it.
No, it's crazy. And that feels like it was probably a few weeks back only.
Yeah, it's surreal.
It's weird because this was supposed to be B Cool's crowning moment in the 10th year anniversary, and he got a serious injury. It's a shame. But
Yeah.
this show is going to be from top to bottom. I'm really looking forward to every single match on it.
Yeah, me too. It's OTT, Derek, have built something really special here because going into this weekend, everybody knows what match is taking place. Everyone knows who's on the card. Everyone knows about this weekend. And you look at WrestleMania, and we talk anniversaries. This is the anniversary in a sense. This is the WrestleMania for OTT in a sense. It
Yeah.
is fucking amazing that you have a massive weekend ahead, right? But it's just every match, like just Phil just said, every match you're looking forward to. Like we mentioned Raven Creed,
Yeah.
that came out of the blue, and we're so happy because I know you're a massive Raven Creed fan.
I am
She's going to
indeed.
play
Yeah.
Seth Martini. Yeah, it's like every match will be taken in by the fans, and that's what we want. This is a real feel heading into the weekend.
Yeah. Well, look, I'm fresh to the Irish scene, as you know, this year, but I think this is going to be something that will be remembered for many years. Like we're going to walk away Saturday night when this is finished, and it'll be like the same kind of feeling, when you're coming out of WrestleMania or something like that. Scrapper Mania was on another level as far as I'm concerned. But this is going to top that, I'd imagine. This is going to be crazy.
Definitely. We're going to have to get predictions as well. But obviously, look, we know one of the main matches announced. Obviously, we mentioned it on the OTT special last week. The Social Elite versus the Judgment Day. Now, people that have not heard about this, even though they have, will be saying, how in God's name is the WWE Tag Team Champions going to Ireland and they're going to face off against, you know what I mean, the main boys in OTT. Now, this is not fake news, guys. This is legit as fuck.
Yeah.
Now we know they're obviously in a match. We always suspected they were going to be in a match anyway, but definitely the right tag team, Phil. I know you missed the show last week, but this is the best versus the best, and this I think they're all going to come out winners here, no doubt about it.
Yeah, 100%. And I actually think the Judgment Day will lose. Apparently this has not been taped for the on-demand service, which is a shame. But I can totally understand it too. There's no meet and greets or anything at this. I don't think they're doing any. I don't think there's any. Is there in general?
I'm curious. I'm curious. Will we see JD and Finn Balor kind of around at the end of the show? That would be the question. I suppose a lot of fans will want to get a handshake. I personally, I'd love it. I'd love it, especially for my small man, just to meet Balor and JD because they're iconic in Irish wrestling. But who knows? They haven't announced the meet and greet, so that's the thing. But it'd be nice if they were around at the end just to say hello. Now I know they're going to be mobbed by fucking thousands of fans. That's the problem, and there's nothing wrong with that. But it's just one of them things, time consuming. You know what I mean? I'd say it's one of them things you have to be lucky to kind of meet them, and that's fair enough. But it is the reason that we have this situation.
Yeah, Corky.
I think with this match, the outcome doesn't really matter here. It's just what it represents, and the two guys, like the Social Elite, they're really the best we can put forward. I was thinking maybe the Freshness originally or the Social Elite, but these guys are fantastic, and it's going to be phenomenal.
It is. Now, when we mentioned Balor and JD McDonough, obviously JD McDonough, aka Jordan Devlin, former OTT world champion, two-time world champion, I believe. But like to have these lads on home soil, is surreal. And yet again, anyone that's in attendance, like I first of all, this is one of them events for me where like when the show is on, I will not have my camera out once.
Yeah.
It's one of them things you just want to take in. Now, obviously, meet and greets afterwards, you'll take out the camera and get a few selfies with the stars, but this is something that I'm really looking forward to taking in, and it's going to be absolutely breathtaking, lads. Breathtaking.
Yeah, I think there's going to be a lot of that. You're going to be saying that a lot that night, about the stacked card and the weekend. Like, don't forget the whole weekend is unbelievable. What's on the cards, but yeah, you're dead right there. Leave the phone in the pocket. Just enjoy.
Just taking in. Now, Phil, I'm going to go to you because you are a man to predict many, many things. And I am going to be selfish here. This card is absolutely breathtaking. This is the word. The show should be called breathtaking. But do we see Becky Lynch turn up?
I was just thinking that just before you asked me, so I'm going to say it. Yes, yes, I do. I really do.
I do as well, right? For the reason being, Becky will know that the Judgment Day are there, okay? Also, Becky loves Irish wrestling. She's not really been seen much, heard that much about the book, and you know, she's been doing her thing. She deserves to have her time off and to be a mom and to enjoy life that bit more while being on the road. You know, it's tough.
Yeah.
But yeah, I see Becky being there as well. Now, people could look at me and say he's definitely off the rails and this guy is predicting something that will never happen. But I just know, like, you had Balor turned up many years ago, Drew McIntyre's turned up, you know what I mean? You've all these people. I just think that if Becky had the opportunity to be here, she would be here, lads. And that's what I believe. Derek, do you see something like that happening? Or look, is it just one of them things? It's a pipe dream, but no, it's strange.
I can see there being some other surprises for sure, you know, but like the fact that the guys are going to be there is one thing, and that's amazing, and we're going to be lucky to witness that. But I do think they might have some other surprises up their sleeve, whether it's Becky Lynch. That's, you know, it's hard to tell. But there's, you know, with the whole weekend, as I said, there's a lot going on. Like even in Belfast, there's a few other characters knocking around as well that weekend. So who knows?
Yeah, Eugene is in Belfast.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, it's man. The kid in me is coming out. No, look, I engage and I have a few chats, you know, with fans, and someone else put this in a predicament to me. Does Dominic Mysterio turn up? Do you know what I mean? No, I'm trying to think. Obviously, look, we know SmackDown was on Friday night. We know there's been a tour as of late.
Yeah.
Just nothing would surprise me if we had Liv Morgan turn up, or imagine Raven Creed and Seth Mark going at it and Liv Morgan comes out and belts the two of them with a belt with a title. Imagine stuff like this. It's beyond the imagination, and my imagination, guys, is crazy. It's normally wrong, but it's imagine these things did happen.
Yeah. No, it's mad.
There's a little bit of greed there in you, Jerry.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I am very. Well, like, I'm not a greedy person, but it's just obviously Judgment Day being there for me is that's steel and stamp. But just imagine you had something else happen. You're like, holy shit! Like, we've been overly spoiled here, you know.
I think anything is possible now at this stage. Once we see this kind of thing happening, at least, you know, that it could go anywhere from here. And, you know, maybe one day we'll see, and not taking anything away from the National Stadium. It's a splendid venue, but maybe we'll see the growth even more, that they can fill a bigger venue, you know, going forward.
The 3 arenas is the goal, I think. I think Joe said that to us.
Yeah. It's I think that's definitely the dream. And we could see that very, very soon. So yet again, look, it's a spectacular card, guys. There's no doubt about it. You know, we have many matches announced. Yet again, Raven Creed versus Seth Martina, which is a match that it's going to blow the roof off. There's no doubt about it whatsoever. Obviously Belfast as well. I know Derek mentioned Eugene. Eugene's there. Obviously, he takes on Charles Crowley, I believe. You know what I mean? There's so many things to look forward to. Now I'm gonna talk quickly about another match, okay? There's many matches to watch out for, and there's many things that will probably steal a show. But there's a money match, guys. A money match this weekend. And Michael, first of all, is a guy that I know from Rev Pro. He's a guy he's been on me in the past.
Yeah.
He is spectacular. This guy is incredible. I think he is it Aigle Blanc. He's a French wrestler. Obviously, he's a big deal. this could be a match that could yet again steal the show, lads. And yet again, I wasn't expecting this match to be announced, but it's an absolute stealer. There's no
And
doubt about it.
we're so lucky because I think Michael is just on the verge of going stateside.
Yeah,
I
yeah. There's a lot of people
reckon he'll be in AEW in the next few months.
Yeah, a lot of people talking about this. A lot of people.
So we're blessed that this could be his last hurrah in the independent scene. So
in Ireland, yeah. Like when this match was announced, obviously it really stands out. And Derek, this could be one of the ones that will steal the show.
Yeah, Aigle Blanc, I believe, is the kind of lucha type style wrestler. This will be fast paced, high flying, no doubt. And I wonder, will they open with this? Perhaps, maybe just to get everyone jacked up. It's hard to know, but like you say, it could be a bit like Scrapper Mania with Speedball, Mike Bailey, and Robbie X. That was a fantastic match. Could be something similar to that, I'd imagine.
Definitely. Do you reckon, guys, we could get something else that has not been announced on that OTT card yet? Like we look at the wrestlers that are around that weekend. Eugene, Suicide, a TNA legend. Obviously there's so many, like Rene Dupree. He's not a guy
that's a really very interesting one, Rene Dupree.
Yeah, because if they're in Ireland, surely they're going to be here all weekend, guys.
Yeah,
they're not going to just come on Sunday. Like Dublin's going to happen. Surely we'll get an appearance from Rene Dupree and Suicide and Eugene. Surely
he's been in Cork before. I remember we were at that show he was at.
Eugene, yeah.
Oh, not Eugene. Rene Dupree.
Oh, Rene, yeah. He's so fucking underrated. Like really cool guy.
Remember he got into a fight at the crowd when we were at.
Yeah, I remember that. Fucking mad. But yeah, again, it's a tremendous card, guys. A tremendous card. Charlie Sterling, guys. Great up. Life is a mystery. That entrance alone will take my money. Obviously Adam maxed it. He's a guy that we know from Love Island as well. Obviously Santos. Santos is incredible. And Zarkov, European Championship match. This one could yet again be a show stealer, guys. It's simple as that.
This could also be the opening match.
Yeah, a lot of people say that.
Yeah, this is also the debut of the European title. That they're rebranding one of their titles.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah, so that should be interesting. I'm looking forward. I don't know. It's very, very hard match to predict. It really is.
Very hard.
Yeah, difficult one to call. Grado, I'd be looking forward to seeing, and Charlie Sterling. I haven't seen those guys wrestle live, but and Ilya Zarkov, I do like as well, I have to say.
Yeah, he's good. He's good. He's you look at that, it is very hard to predict that. Very hard, but such an exciting match, I yet again, you just don't know what to expect, you know what I mean? I say we're going to see so many things. It's going to be such a high pace night. I'd say adrenaline will be 90 from start to finish, but that is a really good match, and it's a hard one to predict. I'm going to ask you both for predictions right now on that match because I like to put people on the spot when it comes to certain matches. Now, Phil, you look at that match right now. What is your prediction? Who wins?
Charlie Sterling is what my head's going with.
Yeah.
He's do you know what? Ever since he came back from injury, he's gone up another level. And again, we'll be lucky enough to see him twice in 1 week because he's coming to RCW the week after.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And prior to that injury, he was surreal.
Yeah, he was. Yeah. He had an unreal match there in the last the last ever Kino show. With LJ, that triple threat. He's just, if you watch him, he's just at another level at the moment.
He is.
He probably deserves to be stateside as well. Yeah,
he does. Derek, I'm going to go to you, my man. It's a hard one to predict. Who do you have?
I'm going to go with Maxted. He's a pure specimen as well of a guy, and I do like him. To be honest, as you say, it's such a difficult one. Probably from all the matches, it's probably the most difficult one to call. But yeah, I'll go with Adam Maxted.
The only thing about this show is it's the 10th anniversary show, and they'll want as many feel good moments as possible. So Grado winning wouldn't be out of the realm, I suppose.
Hmm.
They
No, he's
need
been there a while. Yeah,
well,
he's been there a lot.
they need feel good moments for the 10th year anniversary show, and I think he could deliver with that.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, no, it's a beautiful match. That beautiful match. Yeah, I'd be expecting to see a lot of kind of things in between as well. Not just matches. You'll have like segments. People will come out and talk to the crowd.
Yeah.
Because that roster's huge. That roster's amazing. When it comes to OTT. So I do hope we and like there could be an announcement on a night where we might get a little battle royal or like a little mini rumble, like number one contender for the European title or such and such. But really good card. I'm excited, and I'm legit excited. Like I don't know what to expect, and that's the best thing about this, guys.
Yeah,
Every
definitely. And
every match that's over, you're going to be, wow, that was unreal.
Yeah, I think so too. I think we're gonna leave and we're like, holy fuck. And normally at a show like that, they announce the next show. So like you normally get something on the screens.
What's the main event?
Tough one. I don't know. What would you think? Judgment Day?
I would
Social
think
League?
so.
I would have thought so, but Sammy D and J is up there. I think that'll be the main event for the streaming service.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. And you did say that obviously the Balor JD match will not be on the streaming
Oh, it'll
service.
just be for the live people in attendance.
Okay.
And you said you reckon they'll lose.
I think they lose for just again the feel good factor of 10th anniversary show. And to be fair, like it's
It'll be the guys
that
putting
there's
them
no
over.
winner, there's no one loses and there's no one wins. It's just about the feel good factor of celebrating 10 years.
Yeah. And I'm absolutely thrilled for Maxer.
And this is
Sean Guinness.
probably the best women's match they could put on as well.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh
So
yeah.
I would
Definitely.
surprise me if that's last either.
Raven and Seshma?
Yeah, there's just so much there. Like you could go on
The
last.
build up for that is amazing. Like the package that was put together with all the clips and so on, the promo package. It's fantastic.
It's unbelievable, isn't it? And Raven looks like an absolute machine, and she is a machine, but she's just. I'm always because I'm one of our biggest fans. Always have been, always will be, and it's like I love seeing her do more. Do you know what I mean? And when she does more, she's just different gravy. But even when she became OTT Women's Champion, fucking like that was no surprise. She is the real deal. Like Raven could go stay aside in the morning if she really wanted to, but it's just this package, the build, the way she's got the aggression, there's history between her and Sasha Ma, and
yeah,
it's gonna be could be main event, Phil. Could be.
Could easily be main event. And you know what? If it was, it would be well deserved.
Yeah.
no one would have any problem with that if it was main event. But I think sometimes we forget how long Raven Creed has actually been in the industry as well in wrestling, because she's still quite young. She started very young as well.
I think
Yeah.
it's almost 10 years. I think she said almost 10 years.
Yeah, well, 9 years ago we interviewed her in the Clayton.
Yeah.
That was 9 years ago. Her and Corey Wall.
Yeah.
And that was 9 years ago. Like, and she hasn't changed. She looks younger, if anything. Like we've aged, she hasn't, but yeah, she's the real deal, guys. And I really like I'm the biggest Seshma fan as well. Absolutely. I have all the time in the world for the two girls. This match will be fucking incredible. It will be incredible, and I cannot wait. And it could define both girls because like they're both some of the biggest talents in all of Europe. But this could really like a 5-star match here, a Meltzer 5-star match. These two girls could be fucking off to NXT the following week or TNA. Do you know what I mean? It just takes one big moment to do it again,
Definitely.
Yeah. Well, I'm quickly going to talk about Rebel County Wrestling. We have a bit of news obviously towards the end as well. But Rebel County Wrestling, guys. Yet again, it's been a tremendous couple of months for Rebel County Wrestling. Also, March alert: the all-new RCW hoodie is available on November 2nd. RCW Once Upon a Time in the Rebel County. So RCW, the new hoodie, guys, will be on sale on the 2nd of November at the PAV, Cork City. We've had a few announcements as of late, guys, and I suppose the awesome announcement right now is Super X qualifier match. Yeah. Charlie Sterling versus Kean Noonan versus Flash Morgan Webster versus Galaccini. Guys, that's an exciting match.
Yeah, I just want to say one before we go on. Shout out to Martin Steers, who's injured at the moment.
I
Yeah.
think he was drafted in, wasn't he,
That's
as a
a
replacement?
shame. It's the first time I'm actually going to see Keane live, so I
Yeah.
know you've seen him before. But I'm looking forward to it. It should be really good. And again, Lash Morgan Webster from WWE NXT UK is always high pace and energy.
Yeah.
Again,
Yeah. So
Charlie Sterling again. I'm going to say Charlie again to win that one, to win it.
yeah, Derek, good job, my man.
I'm going to say Galaccini. I'm going to go
Yeah.
for Galaccini. I like him. I really do enjoy him. Yeah.
He is a breath of fresh air. Yet again, we have to send much love to Martin Stairs and Phil Boyd, the king. Bottle down, you peasant. Yet again, guys, you know you're going to be missed greatly. But look, we're wishing you a fast, healthy, speedy recovery, and we're looking forward to your return to RCW. So Martin and Phil, sending nothing but love here from the WrestleSlam team. Right, we have obviously looked at the card. First of all, is incredible, guys. We have Big Demo versus Andy Steele versus CBL. Now, this is a match that could be yet again an absolute match of the year. But Phil, thoughts on this match with Big Demo, CBL, and of course Andy Steele?
EBL's on such a roll. I think he's got to win this one.
Yeah.
He's on such a big role, and again, an amazing bull rope match.
Yeah,
The last show. It's been such a difficult year for him, and he's on such a roll.
yeah.
He has
He's the
to.
kind of guy that gets back up and he gets knocked down, Phil.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. I remember
So
the setback he had with the say hello to my little friend. I was down at that one in June. You know, he got the gash over the eye. That so he and of course Mark Haskins came out and the rest is history. But I think I think CBL will win this one.
yeah, it's a good show, guys. A good show and a great match. RCW Championship Unification match. Owen Richards versus Mark Haskins with Vicky Haskins. Guys, this is a match that has been talked about all over the World Wide Web. It's a big match. Owen Richards, guys, has been the dominant champion for so long now. Haskins, yet again, one of the biggest stars in all of world wrestling. It's a match that we can't wait for, guys. And what's the predictions in this one?
I think
I think
Owen Richards 400 days plus now at this stage champion.
I'm going to go on Owen Richards.
No, Mark Haskins for me. I think that's he's gonna do it finally.
It's I'm telling you, there's couples breaking up over this. You know what I mean? In the household right now, you have the man and the woman, the wife and the husband, and they're fucking no, it's Mark, it's fucking Owen, it's fucking Owen, and there's all sorts of shit going on. But this match has so many people divided. Yet again, Owen Richards has beat the best in the world these last couple of months at RCW. Mark Haskins, yet again, one of the best in the world. It's a hard one to call, and I just don't have the balls to call this one right now. You know, I really don't.
I honestly think Owen Richards are shenanigans, one or the other.
Yeah.
I think either way it'll be just a fantastic match anyway. You know, you can just
it's going to be
something else to enjoy.
Yeah,
I can't wait.
all in the space of a week. We've some week.
Crazy.
Yeah. It's man, it's a great time. A lot of good content on the way. Yet again on that card as well, guys. There's you'll have Jay Money. Obviously Debbie's there. Reverend Creed, she'll be there. I'm sure something will be announced for her as well. But it's just a beautiful
those
card.
tinted glasses, Jerry. I think against the Greedy Souls. Isn't that another?
Oh
one?
yeah.
That was just announced, in the last few days.
That was just announced, yeah. I see that there, yeah. That'll be surreal as well. Yet again, it's spoiled for choice, guys. Absolutely spoiled for choice in Cork. And yet again, it's going to be a big weekend this weekend, and next weekend is going to be a big weekend as well. It just gets better and better. So before we wrap up, and quickly, sorry now for rushing, guys, because we have so much to talk about. But Robbie X last night, I'm going to mention this because he's part of RCW. Robbie X is part of the Bullet Club, Phil, and Derek.
Yeah. It just popped up on my feed, and I was like, "What?"
Yeah. Surreal. The guy is an absolute talent and a half. One of the nicest guys you'll ever meet. So humble, but he's got a vital role to play now moving forward with the Bullet Club.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This all happened in the
Unreal.
UK, didn't this all happened in the UK on an independent show?
Yeah. He was always going to be going on that avenue, though. He's the real deal, lads. He is surreal, like.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen him on a couple of occasions now. Phenomenal wrestler.
But even when even like before a show, like when he's warming up and then he's in the ring checking out the ring, you could just be chatting away to some next thing you see he's fucking bouncing off ropes and doing all sorts of stuff. And like his warm up would probably take me in my lifetime 10 years to practice, where he just does it as a warm up and he's looking at me and he's laughing and I'm like, Robbie, like you are insane. But listen, he's an incredible guy, and I look forward to seeing what happens with Robbie X moving forward. And hopefully he brings the Bullet Club to Cork. Imagine that.
What happened? Imagine. You never
Very well happen.
Especially if he's on the next show, he could come out and do the t-shirt.
Yeah, I'd love it. And I'm all for the Bullet Club merch. I have a bit of merch, but Bullet Club, Robbie X makes sense. Robbie, congratulations, brother. Get back to Cork. Bring the Bullet Club with you. That's all we want. Right, other news, Samantha Irvine.
Yeah.
She has pretty much said she's stepping away from WWE, Phil.
Yeah.
Are you surprised?
Not with Ricochet in AEW, so it's a big loss though. It is like they'll really miss her.
She's brilliant.
Yeah.
She's created her own little kind of thing, like where people come to see her as well, like,
I know we don't have long left, so I'm kind of going to go through the WWE news very fast. Motor City Machine Guns finally made their WWE debut.
Yeah,
that's right.
And it pisses me off that people say they're too old. They're not.
No.
There's a lot of talk about maybe fast tracking them to tag championships, or something like that. But
I'm all for that.
Yeah, I'm all for it too.
Yeah.
WrestleMania is no longer a priority for London as they moved on to NFL. Did you hear this?
Well, yeah, there was an NFL game yesterday, wasn't there?
Yeah.
They're talking about bringing the Super Bowl instead of WrestleMania.
Yeah, probably easier to do that, as I'd say, yeah.
Yeah, you'd expect WrestleMania be a bigger draw, though, maybe. But as you say, the logistics and the preparation and everything might be easier for Super Bowl. Who knows? I don't know.
Yeah. Super Bowl has a more wider appeal, though, these days.
Bigger audience, I think, yeah.
But again, in saying that, Netflix and WrestleMania, like, just going to be the most watched one of all time coming up. So,
yeah,
and the budget there to break all barriers. It's yet again, guys, surreal times ahead. I was trying to see, do we have any more wrestling news quickly before we wrap?
Just a big shout out to Scott D'Amore and Maple Leaf Wrestling. I was on this at the weekend. It's great to see another wrestling company come out. I'm excited to see where it goes.
They look good.
Ricochet was on it last night as well.
Yeah. Belt away, Derek.
Joe Hendry's taking on Nick Nemeth this weekend as well, I believe.
Yeah.
That'll be huge.
Glory. Yeah.
And apparently he's putting forward his sound for the Eurovision next year as well.
There you go, yeah.
Oh man, Joe Hendry's the man. We'll have to get Joe back on with us in due course as well. But it's a fun packed weekend ahead, guys. And I will say one thing, okay? Do stay tuned for the vlogs. Derek will no doubt have footage up. We'll have footage up. Everyone's going to have footage up. It's going to be an incredible weekend, and next weekend will be incredible too. Make sure you check out Irish Wrestle Talk on Instagram and all the social media platforms, guys. Derek is an absolute gent. He's killing it as always, and he's got the voice, he's got the guests, he's got everything going for him as always. So it's an honor to have Derek back on with us. He will be back again in due course, guys. But yeah, it's OTT weekend. We cannot wait. The show's recorded every Monday. We put it out Tuesday. So yet again, recorded the 21st of October.
We might do a reaction video on the way down, a little quick thing.
Yeah, in the car, yeah. I'll drive and try not to crash, yeah. It's
yeah.
And if you see us from McDonald's on the way home, guys, give us a wave. But yet again, from myself, from Phil, and from Derek, we thank you for tuning our way. This is WrestleSlam in association with SportsMatters TV, guys. Thank you for tuning our way, and do check out the Macau Casino, Cork City. We'll catch you soon, guys. Thank you very much.